Hey, Ricci.
Hey, girl. I'm not sure if that even played. Did it play on your end?
Yes, did you not see the music?
I couldn't hear it. I just heard you in the background. But anyway, here we are.
Okay, yes,
Just
here
another
we are.
Thursday.
How is everybody?
It's just another Thursday with technical difficulties in our world. So
That's what Thursdays are for. Real our life. So you're back at the beach.
I'm back at the beach. But
I'm
this time
jealous.
it's a girls' trip. So super excited to be here. It's just I'm just looking at the water now, ready to go
Thanks,
out.
Ricci. Yeah, I bet. Just looking at the water. I'm just looking out at the beach, ready to go jump some waves.
Yeah,
Goodness.
yeah. Give me about 30 more minutes and I will be out there. So
That's funny. Is it good weather?
right now, yeah, it's been great.
Oh, that's good.
What
We
you
just
up
got
to?
Oh, not much. We got back from the beach, a little while ago. So now we had to get back because Cason's softball game. So we've been doing that. And then really not that much at all. Just living the dream, Ricci, living the dream. Running around after these kids all day, wondering if school's going to start back or not.
I know, right?
Do you think y'all will?
I think so, but I think they're going to start back with masks. So that should be
Okay.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about like us.
Mm-hmm.
So
We'll see how
question,
that goes.
I've got to tell you something. So earlier in the week, I was watching Good Morning America.
Yeah.
And on talking about the athleisure wear and sales taking off during the pandemic. I know. Because be honest, don't you live in leggings? We all know.
For the most part, yes.
Even if I'm just going on the couch or if I'm going to the gym.
That's right. That's right.
Needless to say, I'm so excited because if you saw that, I mean, it's amazing the trends with the pandemic and everything. That's kind of what people are getting more and more into. But I'm so excited because even before GMA announced this, we already had this special guest lined up. So we're ahead of Good Morning America today. But we are going to highlight our busy mom, and she is definitely ahead of the trend. And she knew a lot before GMA did. And she happens to be our special guest. She is the founder and CEO of ZYIA Active, Miss Erin Bradley. So welcome, Erin, and let's find out how she's living her best life in leggings. Hi, Erin.
Yeah.
Hi, Ricci and Robbie. How are you guys?
We are good. We are good.
You are good, Ricci. You're at the beach. Of course
Exactly.
You're good.
Exactly.
I can't complain.
No.
Well, we are so glad that you're here, Erin. And really, our show is really about spotlighting busy moms. And so we've got the best of both worlds today because we have the busy mom who built this great empire and it's just exploding, as GMA said. And so what better person to have on than Erin? So Erin, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself, your family, your background, all of that. Like what was Erin's life before ZYIA?
Pre-ZYIA Active, I was a stay-at-home mom. I've got 4 kiddos, ages 15. I've got a 15-year-old girl, a 13-year-old boy, a 9-year-old boy, and a 7-year-old girl. So, I mean, I was used to being busy, right? We've just momming it up, though. Just not too much outside of just taking care of kids and changing diapers and doing that. We've always loved to be active as a family. I love playing tennis. That's kind of more of a recent hobby. Do you love tennis too?
I love it. Yes.
I'm getting addicted to it. It's bad. I just started like a year ago, but I made a joke to my I think I'm ready to just start doing tennis full time. Like I can't get enough of it. Yes. And then we love to mountain bike together. We've always loved being active together as a family. It's getting a little trickier with my 15-year-old daughter. Luckily, she loves tennis, so she'll come out and play tennis with me. But it's a little bit harder to get her on a bike and hike some of the days. But before ZYIA, still lived a somewhat, I think, as moms, a busy lifestyle. But it's just a whole different level of busy now, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, did you, even before ZYIA, did you have that aspiration to where you wanted to have your own business and you wanted to build something up? Like, did you have that in your heart already?
I didn't. I actually did not at all. I never was like, oh my gosh, I want to run a company. I want to own a business.
Yeah.
That was never on my radar at all.
I can't even but so why did your family take on such a huge, I mean, I guess when you started, you probably weren't sure how big this was going to be, but what made you what just all of a sudden said, we should try this, and why direct sales?
And kind of explain how big y'all are now, because some
Yeah.
people don't realize that.
Well, it was honestly never about building, you used the word empire. It was never about building an empire. It was about creating some type of culture and community that we felt like was really important to me and that I really wanted to experience on a more consistent basis. I would get out and I would go running with friends, or I'd go on hikes, and I would leave there and I'd feel a part of a community. I'd leave there feeling empowered and supported, and it was just like this bonding experience. And so I wanted to create more opportunities for women to be able to experience that together, and men and people, just bring people together and have opportunities to build teams, to support each other, and to be able to create some pretty incredible life-changing experiences and opportunities.
Yes.
So there was several questions in that. I don't know if I hit all of those. I'm trying to think, Robbie, what you asked at the tail end of that.
I think too, just why you decided to do the direct sales. I guess you answered that because to bring all the women together, it kind of gave everybody that community.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure.
And then how much you've grown.
That's right. So we could have definitely opened in a storefront and gone that route, but really we would be the only people benefiting from that, right?
Right.
So we love the family feel of direct sales. My husband had been in it before, and just being able to go on these vacations together and work so closely together, we truly felt a part of a family. And so we wanted other people to experience that with us and not just have it be about our success or whatever. We wanted other people to have the opportunity to create essentially their own business, right? And be the CEOs of their own company and do something pretty awesome together. And I don't really know how to talk about how big we are because I don't love to throw numbers out there.
Let's just say you've grown. But you're not working from your home anymore.
You guys. No, we have truly been so incredibly blessed from day one. We started out from our home and we were running this thing out of our house. I was doing the shipping, the picking and packing, literally every person's job at the very beginning. And it was overwhelming. There's no question. But within 3 months, we had an office space that we were able to get into. And since then, we have had to move about, I think this is our 4th move, but we just got a 90,000 square foot warehouse, but we're keeping our old existing couple warehouses before that because we need all that space. And we just took over another, about 50,000 square feet of warehouse space. So it has absolutely just been bigger than we would have ever imagined. And it's been 3 years. So to grow that much in 3 years has definitely kept us on our toes.
Yes, that's a lot of growth in 3 years. And I think too, it's amazing because every time we've been around you, at summits and things like that, we can feel your pillars of why you built this community. It is a community. It is so uplifting. And I think that's why it is so blessed, because you've blessed so many others. So I totally agree. I mean, I think that growth is because of what y'all have built and you've stayed true to those pillars. And so that's very, very important.
Yep.
Well, that means that's the best compliment you could give. So thank you, Robbie.
So as far as starting this business, starting ZYIA Active, what has it done for you and your family personally?
I mean, it's given us a whole lot of new friends for sure. It's really a family outside of our family. And it feels like we have more kids to take care of, which is awesome though. There's a lot more love in our life and a few more temper tantrums in our lives. But
that's a good way to put it.
It's been for our family, what it's done for us is honestly, it's given us another family outside of family, and it's given our kids an opportunity to see what hard work can do. and what you can do when you put your mind to something and you work hard at it and you don't give up, and to get them and be a part of it, and to have them come to some of the summits and come to the warehouses and pick and pack for us at times, do the shipping for us at times. It's been really neat to just have something, especially at the very beginning of the days, to really do this as a family and for them to see what hard work can do.
Yeah.
And that's the key. What you put in, you get out, and y'all have put in the hard work. You definitely have. But that's going to be awesome because they've been able to see it grow as well. So that is neat to see it from the ground up.
Mm-hmm. Well, are you ever overwhelmed?
Yes.
Okay. So
the answer is yes.
I know, right? Like astounding yes.
Thank goodness you're overwhelmed too.
What do you do on those days?
Take a few deep breaths, and sometimes if I need to go to my quiet place for a minute, I do that, which is totally fine. But honestly, what I have found for me that truly works is when I feel stressed or overwhelmed, I turn to gratitude, and I look at all that is going right, all of the people and the lives that it's impacting, all the people that have chosen to stand behind ZYIA, and all of our employees that are putting so much work into it, all of the reps that are putting so much passion into it. And I just turn to a place of gratitude, and I really try to go out and do something nice. I know this sounds like really but truly, I really feel like those days where I am at my weakest and I'm like, you know what, I'm throwing in the towel. I truly do I feel like if I can turn to a place of gratitude, it's a game changer.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, I think that's just like that mindset. You know, a lot of people just kind of get bogged down with the negatives, and it's just a matter of looking at, you know, the positives.
It is, because we know that we are not perfect, and we know that we have, with all of that exponential growth, we know that there's ways that we're trying to play catch up. So it's been tricky for me to learn to not focus on the one or 7 negative comments versus the hundreds of positive comments, and people being able, it's perspective, and it's really trying to focus on the good.
Yep. Well, good for you. We all need a little bit more. If only the world could be a little bit more like Erin.
I know. Hashtag be like Erin.
If only the world had a community that made them feel amazing most of the time, like you guys.
Well, how do you balance it all, Erin? Like with, like time with your kids and then the business, especially with the growth. Has that been a struggle?
It definitely has. I would say more the first year was really, really difficult, trying to find that balance between home life and work. And I felt like even when we were home, we were constantly working. So we did have to set up some boundaries and really try to leave work at work a little bit more. But and there were so many times, my daughter was in preschool at the time for the couple years trying to get this going and started. And I can't tell you how many times I would look at my watch and I'd be like, I was supposed to pick up Savvy 30 minutes ago. Or the teacher would be calling me, being like, where are you? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so much in work mode. I would get to pick her up. And that was terrible. That was hard for me because that was not my personality. It was a struggle, but I don't know. I feel like obviously just hiring a lot of people that we trust and have been able to take over a lot of that. It's been easier to figure out how to balance home life and work and be able to really focus on our family when we are home and focus on the workplace when we're there. But we love it and we talk about it even as a family all the time, and it's great. I feel like it's been a good, and to give yourself grace. That is the most, I swear, I've learned. I've had to learn that, is to just if I have a messy house, I have a messy house, and if I have to not go into the office one day and I need to focus on the home, it is what it is, and you can't do everything 100%.
You can't.
So I've learned to give myself grace on that.
Give yourself grace. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So speaking of your kids, and you were a stay-at-home mom. Okay, ZYIA Active, in case anybody's watching that really hasn't seen or heard much about ZYIA, has kind of exploded, basically. I mean, you just said in 3 years, like, it has exploded. So your kids went from the stay-at-home mom to, like, I'm sure where you live, that ZYIA is like, hello, ZYIA. Like, how have they adjusted to, like, the popularity of this brand?
What I think is pretty cool is they don't know. Like, our kids
Really?
really do not.
Oh,
They
that's
really
awesome.
don't. They don't know how big it is, and they truly, if they see somebody wearing it, they're like, oh my gosh, and they're so excited about it. But
Aw.
they really have no idea how big ZYIA is. And so I think it's they've adjusted awesome, because they're just like, oh, it's this little thing that my mom did. And but they, in fact, a funny story, my daughter, who's 15, she has kind of a guy that's a friend, and he kept coming over to our house. And during this whole COVID stuff, we have clothes everywhere, because we've truly tried to work
Yeah.
from home. So it looks like we're hoarders, and there is stuff everywhere. And so one of his neighbors is a ZYIA rep. And so he went home and he was telling his mom, he's like, I think my friend's mom, she does the same thing as our neighbor. She sells ZYIA. They've got clothes all over their house. And this went on for weeks and weeks. And anyway, the neighbor was trying to put it together. She's like, who would it be if they have a lot of stuff and they're getting packages every day? Can't figure out
Oh
who that
gosh.
would be. Can you ask them their name? So anyway, it finally came out. They're like, oh, they own a company, but like, I don't even know. Our kids' friends don't know that usually that they just don't know, which we like, and we want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I always
awesome.
I think about my little boy, like, he loves ZYIA, like, he loves like, especially the matching sets and stuff. So he wears ZYIA a lot to school, and he ran into somebody else at school that had a ZYIA shirt on, and he was like, oh, I mean, it was like, where did you come from? And I was like, oh, because his mom, Nikki, like, we all, just kind of laugh about it. But it's like, I mean, it's great, because you don't walk around school going, oh, we both have on Under
Mhm.
Armour. We get
Right.
really excited when we see ZYIA.
It's like this instant connection.
Yes,
It is like,
yes.
it's so fun. It is this instant connection. I love it.
Yes, it is. It's so great.
That's awesome. I love that they have that childlike.
It's definitely getting bigger, though, because even all the schools around here, like, their team uniforms are starting to become ZYIA. And so I think as they get into high school, they're starting to be like, oh, like, this is kind of maybe.
I mean, the Utah Jazz dancers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. So anyway, they're the older ones, I think, somewhat get it, but the younger ones. But my daughter's the same way. She only wears ZYIA, so I'm like, we gotta get this kid line growing, because it's all she'll wear. So we've got to make sure. Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
So, Erin, as far as your life, if you could look 3 years from now, where do you think you see it? Can you even go that far?
3 years from now, hopefully being on another show with you guys.
Yes.
Putting one foot in front of the other. I feel like it's hard to sometimes look at the future, but just preparing ourselves right now for down the road, making sure we're staying up to date on the latest and the greatest, and being innovative, and just making sure that we have everything that you guys as our representatives need in order to have the best opportunity possible and to be able to grow their business best as possible. So we're just really focusing a lot of time and efforts on that right now. And then where that takes us in 3 years from now, I don't know that anybody can really foresee that. But I think what I do want to make sure is that we, in 3 years from now, still have the same family feel, the culture. That's hard to protect. And so I want to make sure we protect that and we keep that vibe and that feel. So 3 years from now, I'm hoping that we still feel, I mean, we're still able to do this all the time and still really keep this amazing community.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody thought we would be here 5 years ago in a global pandemic wearing masks. So you never know.
Well, so it's only been 3 years since ZYIA. And then of course we just asked you about what's the next 3 years look like. So go back to those 3 years ago. Like, tell us, what was your biggest challenge you faced then? And then maybe what's your biggest challenge now going forward?
For myself individually, like I know we've had some different challenges along the way, inventory, all of these things that we've had to overcome,
Yeah.
and I think we'll continually have to. But for myself, honestly, I would
Yes.
think starting and where we're at right now is keeping everybody happy. And that is
Oh,
truly something that is my biggest challenge, honestly,
Yeah.
is just making sure. I've always wanted, that's why I wanted to create this, for a positive, happy space for people to be able to do some pretty cool things and create connections. And so for me, it's trying to keep everybody happy. That has been for myself the biggest challenge. It's difficult when you hear people that aren't having a great experience with ZYIA. I want everybody to have a great
Yeah.
experience with ZYIA, or if they get frustrated their website's not working. But the really cool thing is I do believe that uh, a lot of people are experiencing that, and I do see so many connections made. I see so many people that have made their very best friends through ZYIA now. I get to see all of the millions of dollars in commissions that are paid out to our reps. And so it is important for me to focus on that, but it's hard for me to not have had to let go of knowing I can't do it for everybody, and thinking like every single person that signs up, I want you to be wildly successful.
I know.
And
I
so
know.
that was difficult, and just putting ourselves out there. It's
Yeah.
that's been the biggest challenge, I would say. But yeah, I feel like each day we learn and we get more secure, and we get a little bit more just we just grow individually
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
it. So
Well,
I
I
have
think that,
experienced a whole lot of growth through it.
yeah, and I think that goes back to perspective though, like I know you're saying I just want to make everybody happy, but like the person that's behind it has to find the gratitude in it too and change their mindset about it. And so yeah, you're totally doing it. You
No,
just
Yes.
it's 100% true. It's somebody asked me on a call last week, what do you see while some people are being very successful during this time and other people aren't? And for me, 100%, the answer is mindset.
Yep.
You're all
Yeah.
given the same, we're all given the same opportunity here. And it all comes down to mindset and what you choose to focus on. And if you share that passion and that belief, then people are going to be attracted to that.
That's right. That's right.
That's
Well, good for
definitely
you.
right. Yes. Well, we talked about like your biggest challenge. So what's been your favorite part of this 3-year journey so far?
My favorite part is honestly going to the summits and seeing people meet for the first time
Oh,
that have built this business together and they've never met, and they just feeling that love they have for each other and the excitement that they have, and honestly just seeing the connections that people make here because of ZYIA has been my very, very favorite part. Or the emails I get in saying, hey, because of ZYIA I was able to pay for my child's dance this month, or just seeing the ways that ZYIA is impacting lives has by far been the coolest experience of all of this. 100%. Just knowing
Yeah.
that it's doing good, and that they're giving back and doing good, and it's just this whole rotating amazing circle of people trying to do some pretty cool things.
and it is. I mean, that's where Ricky and we had gone to Dallas, and we've met so many girls that we didn't know before. And then in Nashville at this summit, I was able to meet several of my upline that, I never met. So it was an amazing experience and lots of fun.
And we've
Yeah.
got group chats in all directions.
I'm sure you do.
It's great though. It's wonderful. So what would you say then to someone who is thinking about joining ZYIA Active as a business?
I would say get ready for a fun and a wild ride, and that success does not happen overnight.
Yeah.
It's like if you
Yes.
go into this knowing that it does take work and that success just doesn't magically happen. I always kind of try to tell people, like, it's a real business, and it's just like
Yes.
doctors. They have to do the training, they have to go through the work to make their living. And that's what it is here. If you can go in with the mindset that it's not going to be 100% perfect, and that you're going to have to work through some kinks, but more than anything, that there is so much potential here. Honestly, there is, this story is not yet written, and we have
Yeah.
so much ahead of us still. And so that there's a pretty amazing opportunity. Once again, I get to see some of these checks that we write out to our reps, and it is life-changing. It is truly life-changing. And the community, to have a community that has your back and to find a group of people that can support each other, it is just a very special, unique company, and just something super cool that to be a part of, and that we are here to welcome you with open arms.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'll agree with, yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
I've
And I
always
did
told
want-
everybody, and like, you gotta meet Erin. She's like
I
so
know.
great. And everybody's like, how am I supposed to meet Erin? I was like, oh, you will. You will.
I know, it's
She's just
amazing.
like that. She's there.
Oh,
And that's what
so
shines
sweet.
through the company. I mean, that's why I say, like, your pillars shine through, and it's your light that shines through. So even on those bad days, don't worry, you're still shining through. So
You
Aw, that means
definitely
a lot,
are.
you guys.
Well,
are.
It means a lot.
before we end the show, we always do what we call Mama Madness. And
Woo!
so this is where we just ask you just some fun questions, and you get to answer off the top of your head. And it helps us get to know a little bit more about Erin and not the business. How about that? So,
Let's do
Erin,
this.
so if you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
That's a tough
Invisible?
one.
I think it'd be invisible.
Oh.
Or
Yeah.
or I don't know, because I always, even like cliff jumping and stuff, I love that feeling of just being like free, which is weird.
Flying.
But so maybe flying.
Well,
An invisible flying Erin.
Yes. Yes. I
That
like
sounds
that.
perfect. What is the last thing that you liked on social media?
The last thing I liked,
Yeah.
I think probably your guys's.
There you go. Woo! Ding,
Your
ding,
guys'
ding.
little thing.
That's what we were wanting to hear.
Yeah.
The $1 million answer.
Uh-huh.
That's great.
Do you have a nickname?
My family, Air Bear or Air Dog. So my in-laws call me Air Dog.
Oh, wow.
Or Air Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's one item that you don't think you could ever live without?
I would have to say our light and tight.
There you go. Yes.
I do. You guys, I am always in them constantly. I don't know what I would do without them.
Yes.
We don't either.
We don't either.
Especially on those days where I've eaten too much and it just sucks me in. I can't live without them.
I know. Uh-oh. I think, Ricky, you faded out for a minute.
Oh, sorry. Am I back?
You're back. Yes.
Yeah.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. On the days where I've eaten too much, I like to put on the Lux, though.
That's true.
That is true.
They
Yeah.
give you a little bit more room. A little bit more. Yes. That's
Yeah.
either
All right.
way.
And the last one, what's your dream destination? Somewhere you haven't been that's like on your radar?
What's the Bora Bora?
Oh, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, we all need to
Yeah.
go.
We do. Next girls trip, Ricky.
Yes.
I mean, let's do Bora Bora next time.
Just saying.
I'm on it.
I know. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, Erin, we just appreciate you coming on and taking the time.
Yes.
You're crazy busy. And between the three of us, we have 12 kids. So Robbie has 4, I have 4, you have 4. So yeah,
Yay,
when we go to
us.
Bora Bora, let's leave the kids at home.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
we appreciate you coming on. We know you're super busy, and we know that probably Thursdays, the day after your big new releases are even more hectic. But we appreciate you just coming on and talking with us.
I know. Thank
Ricci
you so
Robbie,
much.
You guys are fun. I had a blast doing this.
Oh, thank you so much. And y'all be
Ricci,
sure. Go ahead.
Enjoy the rest of your vacation with the girls.
It actually just started today. So I told him, I was like, so we just got here late last night. So it's coming. It's coming.
So you're just now about to girls trip.
That's right.
We'll live it up. So fun.
Thank you, Erin. Thank you.
Thanks, Erin. We appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Bye. Well, y'all remember, make sure that you go and follow Erin. She is Erin Bradley 26 on Instagram, so definitely follow her if you get a chance as well. And Ricci, that was awesome. She is so precious.
Yeah, totally go follow her because she's got such an adorable family and they're very active. Like I love looking at the mountains and everything that they do, bike riding. So definitely just, follow Erin and just check out, what life is like.
And they're in Utah, so you get pretty backgrounds and all the mountains. So it's awesome.
It's so pretty, so pretty. So anyway, but yes, that was exciting. So
I know, so exciting.
Yeah.
And so you're about to. We have got our busy mom highlight will be Kelly Hoover. So she is actually a brain tumor survivor. She also has a blessed mama group, and then she's also thriving in life. So we're going to tune in and hear her story and see what all she's about. And she's got. Go ahead.
Didn't we already have someone the Cooeys or
Amy Cooey? She was yes, she had a brain tumor as well. So yes,
I thought so.
So we'll kind of see how Kelly's doing now, and hear what she's done and how that changed her life.
Yeah,
and life with her family. So I know I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Where will Ricci and Robbie end up next week? I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? But as always, yes, as always, y'all live your best life in leggings.
And add a little liquor too if needed.
See y'all next week.
All right, bye.
Bye.